Is the football program at Tennessee State University, and we're talking to the head coach, Coach LCole. And Coach, I know that it is generally your view that you don't do it all by yourself, that there are others supporting, et cetera. Let's talk about the folks that you feel that since you've been here have done a tremendous job in helping you to at least revitalize the program. It might not be where you want the program to be, I think, as you've indicated, but you've done a lot of things to help revitalize that program, and others have assisted you. And let's talk about it from that perspective.
Right. You know, you always have to take your hat off to the president of the university, Dr. Hefner. You know, he brought me in, and then I think he's provided me with the things to, to get this program turned around by, redoing the football field, putting a fence around that people can't see in, and providing them with new uniforms and a lot of equipment. But then also you have to, look at the support staff that I have, and and I was able to come in and hire the people that I, felt that would fit into the program and go with the ideals that I thought would be able to turn this program around. And I always just think about when I first got the job, and the first phone call I got was from my mother. And she called me and she said, "Well, I know you're taking your brother." So, because he's in coaching, and he goes to Texas Southern University, which he always say is the true TSU, if you let him tell you that. But he was a quarterback and set a lot of records, and I just felt that you have to have someone that believe in this, what you believe in, and always be a watchdog for you. And he's been with me for 100%, and it's nothing like family, because you always think a lot. And that's what he does. He's just like my right arm. We have a good quarterback right now, and he's coaching that quarterback, and Leon Murray, and he's doing a terrific job, and I have to take my hat off to my brother, getting him going in the right direction. I think about my defensive coordinator, Jake Cabell. We go back from Nebraska days. We played together. So it tells you about, when you're hiring someone, sometimes they say don't hire your friends, but if you really know the background and what the commitment that your friends have, and these guys, they were my friends, and we played together, like Jake Cabell, and he's got the defense rolling, and we come after people, and he knows about financial aid. So everybody on our staff just, we just don't coach. Coach Cabell handles financial aid. He handles work study students. He handles compliance. So we go on, and then, like Johnny, my brother, also want to say, he handles our travel. He set up all our travel arrangements. He does different things like that. I go with Willie Jones at Morgan State. He was a young man that finished his playing career when I just got to Morgan State, and he asked me, he wanted to coach and wanted to learn about coaching. And I thought that was kind of curious about a young man who would just walk up to me and just got playing. So I brought him aboard, and he started working with me. And then all of a sudden, when I left Morgan State, I said, well, you need to adventure on and learn a little bit more about football and get back with me. And that's what he did. He went to Albany State and learned everything he could about football. And then he came back to me and said, Coach, I'm ready to coach for you. And then, so he's done a good job with our defensive line. I go to our running back coach, James Reese. As a young man, is a graduate of Tennessee State, has his master's, and he coaches our running backs, and he handles all our academic situations as far as registration and all that. So he's been around here, he knows the right people, so if we ever get in a stumble block somewhere, he knows how to punch the right button. From there, I go with Fred Kites. Fred Kites is our wide receiver coach. He was at a good job. He was at Texas Southern University, which won 2 black national championships. We go back together at Morgan State, and he came over and he coaches our wide outs. You look at Tyrone Butterfield, Warren Hall, those great receivers, lead and reception. So we got some coaches doing some great jobs, and I can never take my hat off to one coach's. Coach Russ Ehrenfeld, he coaches our offensive line, and last year our offensive line was pretty bad, and he has came in there and made our offensive line going to make us be a contender for the OVC.
When you talk about the Tennessee State University athletic program and football program now, it's impossible to do that without talking about the Tennessee Oilers. And somehow I think most of us are sort of prone to say Houston Oilers, but the Tennessee Oilers. Now, what has that meant for the spirit? And I think the last time you were with us, we sort of broached this, but at the time we were running through a referendum as to whether or not the Oilers at that time would come to Nashville and whether or not they would build a stadium. But all those things are behind us, and all of those things have been completed. Now, you can give us a sort of a real true statement in reference to, now, what does that mean in terms of the spirit? What have you noticed? Have you noticed at all any kind of different attitude that the young men have this year after having the Oilers out there for the summer, and what they were what you experienced the first time you got here?
Well, you know, like I always told you, and anybody asked me, and I'll be a man to admit, I'm a guy that I always felt that college football to be played on college campus, because that's what it is. It's college football. But now it's grown to big business, and then you have to keep up, you know, with facility-wise and all that. And right now at Tennessee State, facility-wise, we wasn't in the market. You know, we wasn't in the race, and I think that's what happens to the school as far as recruiting. But now, since the Oilers came, I mean, it's given us a, you know, going to give us a stadium that's state-of-the-art, which probably will, you know, help us be one of the best schools in the country now as far as recruiting and facility-wise. But what I think the Oilers coming to Tennessee State this past summer, I think what it did to Tennessee State is stop all the stereotype about Tennessee State, all the horror stories. If you come over at Tennessee State, this is going to happen to you, that's going to happen to you. The school has ran down buildings and all that, you know, because one day I was sitting in the stand, there was a gentleman sitting beside me, and then once it was over, there was a white guy, and we started walking back and forth. He said, you know what, this is the first time I've been over at Tennessee State. He said, you know, I heard all these horror stories about coming over here and this and how the campus all ran down. He said, this is a beautiful campus. And I, you know, I thought that was pretty nice of the guy to say that. He said, you know what, I'm going to go back and tell the rest of the people, you know, in my office that, hey, they should come over to Tennessee State, watch football games, and support their program, because this is, I think, is a program on the rise. I think their stadium is nice. I think the campus is a beautiful stadium. So I think what that did for us is to open the campus up and open this part of the town up to everyone, and say it is a safe part of the, you know, the town, that you can come over and enjoy an athletic event, a concert, or anything, just like you can go down to Middle, Vanderbilt, or any other place.
And so it has had a tremendous impact upon what you do as the coach, and it has opened up Tennessee State University in a real sense, probably better, I think, as you're saying, than any other single event probably could have done. Just the fact that they do represent the National Football Conference, and, and they've got, and it's big money. Has it done anything in terms of your own budget?
Well, what it did is, you know, they came out and they kind of did the football field.
And let me interrupt you here, Coach. We've got about 7 seconds here before we end this break here, and then we'll get back and we'll talk about that. We'll be back with you following this.